Hey guys, I'm Dov, and today I'm back with more Total War Warhammer 2 online action. Today we're back with Bretonnia. They're going to be taking on the foul Skavens, so let's go ahead and get a look at the army composition. Fanchantress going to be leading the way. We've got Knights Lionhearted, more Knights of the Realm, a single group of Grail Guardians, 2 Yeoman Archers including the Wardens of Montfort. Out on the right, we've got 3 Peasant Mobs up front, lots of Men-at-Arms, a couple of Foot Squires, Battle Pilgrims, archers as well. For the Skaven, they're going to be led by Lord Skrolk, a single Storm Vermin sword and board here in the center, 2 Warp Lightning Cannons, 2 Rat Ogres, 2 Plague Monks, whole bunch of Clan Rats with spears and shields, swords and shields, and yeah, an Assassin as well. You can see the Warp Lightning Cannons already taking pot shots at these Mounted Yeomen here, doing some really good damage on the initial phase of the battle. That being said, obviously there are some high-value knights here that would be a much better target, but we'll see. These Grail Guardians, that is. 56 melee defense, not the best melee attack or charge, but they're more of a defensive cavalry, which is a bit of a weird kind of unit niche. They're one of the only, I think, defensive cavalry unit, but still going to be very good at going after units like this. These low-tier Clan Rats here won't really be able to touch the Grail Guardians because of their melee defense and their physical resistance and everything, but the Warp Lightning Cannon, of course, will be able to do some good damage there. You can see all across the line, Rats getting engaged with Bretonian peasants here. Just a massive battle getting underway here. These Plague Monks going to try and get through here, but they do get intercepted very nicely by some Foot Squires. We've got Lord Skrolk here in the center, plus the Fanchantress as well. Looks like she's going to be dropping some Comets here. Knights pushing out over on the left side. Very nice Comet there, doing a ton of damage to those Clan Rats and the Plague Monks and everything. Lady probably should just get in here and start saturating to apply that drain effect, but you can see Battle Pilgrims out here routing off these Clan Rats, allowing the Knights and the Mounted Yeomen to go ahead and start pushing up and around the flank. Granted, Skaven player doing a very good job being patient with his Rat Ogres here. They're just sitting in a protection position, so as these Knights start to push up and around the flank, they are going to be subject to those Rat Ogres defending. That being said, if Knights of the Lionhearted and Knights of the Realm get a clean open field charge on these Rat Ogres, with their anti-large bonus, they can do a lot of damage in response there. You can see that unit of Rat Ogres just gets absolutely canned right there by those Knights of the Realm. So yeah, an open field charge like that, even a non-quote-unquote anti-large type, which Knights of the Realm do in fact have anti-large, so they'll be extra good there. Able to route that off. Unfortunately, this Warp Lightning Cannon still blasting away at the Knights of the Lionhearted point blank. Meanwhile, in the mainline engagement, things are turning into a little bit of a mess. Apologize about my phone there, guys. Anyway, yeah, turning into a little bit of a mess in the back line here. You can see Plague Monks and so on pushing through. These Peasant Archers are having to run for the hills a little bit here. Men-at-Arms been routed off, Foot Squire's been routed off, so it's not looking great for Bretonnia in the front line here. That being said, we do have those Grail Guardians still around somewhere. Yep, look like they're stabilizing this area of the front line here, taking out some summoned Plague Monks or Clan Rats? Yeah, Clan Rats. Skrolk's been doing a great job just consistently throwing down those summons everywhere, just flooding the board with bodies. Looks like the Fanchantress is going to put down a regrowth on those Grail Guardians. Of course, the refresh Vigor doesn't matter too much because Grail Guardians already have perfect Vigor, mainly just doing that for the healing, but they are going to charge in here and get in on these Plague Monks here. Of course, Plague Monks do rely on their physical resistance to mitigate damage, and with the magic attacks of the Grail Guardians, they'll be able to cut through that physical resistance without any problem there. You can see those Rats definitely getting just wrecked by the Grail Guardians there, securing the archers, allowing them to fire in. Things are not looking great for Bretonnia, though. The balance of power definitely in favor of the Skaven at this point. We do have the Mounted Yeomen over here just harassing the Warp Lightning Cannon with missile fire. They have managed to actually destroy one of the Warp Lightning Cannons themselves with their bow fire, so that in and of itself pretty beneficial. You can see, though, that the Knights that had compromised this backline area have been routed off. Just because the overwhelming Rat Ogres there and the missile support and everything. The Grail Guardian's still online, though. Still got some archers online as well. More summons, more Clan Rat summons coming up from Lord Skrolk here, who really hasn't been threatened too much, but the Fanchantress just staying saturated on top of these Grail Guardians as much as possible as they continue to just plow through here and tank out a whole bunch of damage. The only thing that's really able to do a lot of damage to the Grail Guardians, especially with Favor of the Fae up, they're up to 74 melee attack. These Warp Lightning Cannons will be the best tool that the Skaven have for taking down those Grail Guardians. Unfortunately, they are being used right now to go after some of these Knights and other things out on the far side, which definitely understand. You know, 9 Knights of the Realm here, and these Yeomen. The Yeomen actually have destroyed all 3 of the unit models of this particular Warp Lightning Cannon, so one Warp Lightning Cannon down, the other one getting relatively low on ammo. Meanwhile, over here, the Grail Guardians still just tanking out the damage, getting some healing from the Fae Enchantress there. You can see the Skaven not really too happy. Even the Plague Monks and other quote-unquote high-tier units that are stacked in here really going to be struggling. Point-blank fire from the Archers, the Fae Enchantress providing her drain, and a beautiful, you know, Lance Formation rear charge from these Grail Guardians here, just going to be wrecking through the remaining Skaven forces here. So yeah, Warp Lightning Cannon still focused on the mounted Yeomen rather than taking shots at these Grail Guardians. Definitely needs to start focusing on the Grail Guardians at this point. Despite the balance of power being very, very even, if that Warp Lightning Cannon doesn't try and take down the Grail Guardians, it's pretty much GG, because there's nothing else on this Skaven army that can take them down. You know, maybe if you were able to keep Lord Skrulk alive for long enough, but currently Lord Skrulk is getting surrounded by said Grail Guardians, and the Fae Enchantress is getting knocked around super hard here. He is going to drop that Rod of Corruption to do some nice area of effect damage. Also summons up some more Clan Rats just to give himself some more bodies here. That Rod of Corruption will probably be enough. Nope, looks like it didn't quite rout off the Peasants. And those Grail Guardians are still still online, relatively healthy. So they're going to go ahead and plow through this summoned unit here and just continue on into the main pocket. You can see Fae Enchantress looks like she's going to be dropping that Chalice of Potions here. Battle Pilgrims duking it out. And there comes the Chalice of Potions, just wrecking those Clan Rats and the Warp Lightning Cannon crew and everything. Ooh, that other Warp Lightning Cannon finally started focus firing on the Grail Guardians, but it only has a handful of volleys left. Looks like about 3 ammunition left on that Warp Lightning Cannon, so I don't think that's going to be enough to take down these Grail Guardians. Let's see, a good hit there, another very good hit there, taking down multiple unit models. So that one hit the hill before it was able to make contact a little bit, so unfortunate. But yeah, you can see Fae Enchantress is kind of chilling back with her archers there, allowing them to fire in here. The assassin is tangled up with some foot squires. Another couple really good shots from the Warp Lightning Cannon on the Grail Guardians, bringing them down to 20 unit models, 18 unit models, but that Warp Lightning Cannon is now out of ammo. So, excuse me. Can these Clan Rats and, you know, Lord Skrulk and everyone finish things off here? Grail Guardian's going to get a rear charge on the Clan Rats with Spear, breaking their charge bonus, or sorry, charge defense, and, you know, breaking their bracing bonus and everything. It looks like Earthblood being drawn in, or perhaps another regrowth. Yep, another regrowth there. Favor of the Fae on these Grail Guardians, just making their combat stats absolutely insane. You can see they are tearing these Clan Rat Spears to shreds here. So, yeah. Bit of a pitch late game situation. Looks like the Rival Hide Talisman going from the down on the Men at Arms there from the Assassin, trying to stabilize things. Balance power slightly in the favor of Bretonnia at this point, as these Grail Guardians start to just mop up Clan Rats all across the field. We do still have a few Storm Vermin in here as well, so we'll grab some cinematics as the lady goes ahead and pulls out of this situation. The Assassin and Skrulk going to go after her directly, leaving the rest of their Skaven to fight these Men-at-Arms here. You can see the Pox arrows coming in, and the Grail Guardians sweeping up and around the flank there, so yeah, Skrulk came in, dropping that other Rod of Corruption here, which is just about enough to rout off the remaining Bretonnian infantry here, but Grail Guardians, again, coming in for a brutal side charge here, just plowing through. That is going to do a ton of leadership damage to these Skaven units, and you can see the Skaven support is actually the units that rout here, leaving Lord Skrulk and the Assassin to just get circle beaten by Grail Guardians. So we'll fast forward a little bit through this late game situation as these Grail Guardians kind of form up a little pocket here. Lord Skrulk is going to summon one more group of Clan Rats to go after some of these units in the back line, keeping that balance power still very, very even up to this point. But again, the Grail Guardians mixed in with the Foot Squires here, even Lord Skrulk with his 62 melee attack, going to have a hard time getting consistent hits. He's only going to be about 38% chance to hit because of their melee defense. So yeah. You can see the Assassin getting dragged down here, Lord Scroll getting dragged down here, Balance Power slowly shifting ever onward towards Bretonia's favor, so eventually these units are going to give up. That being said, the men-at-arms with spears actually give up the fight here, and it's just the Grail Guardians to finish things off, but they'll have no problem doing so. You can see they get a nice round here. The Fey Enchantress comes in, gets a few hits as well, but with even just the Grail Guardians, they can finish off these Skaven heroes no problem. Summon one more group of clan rats, but it's too little too late, and victory for Bretonnia. Very fun battle. Big thanks to Azardar for submitting that one. 322 kills at the end of the day on those Grail Guardians. Definitely like them quite a bit in this matchup. As long as you can keep them safe from warp lightning cannons, they will perform big time, and they did definitely in this battle. Just tanking out the kills, you know, racking it up, just cleaving through literally hundreds of rats. Very good stuff. 119 for these Battle Pilgrims, pretty good. 91 for the Fey Enchantress herself, not bad at all. 31 and 50 for the two Knights of the Realm. We would hope for a little bit more, but this unit of Knights of the Realm, especially getting a clean, open charge on that unit of Rat Ogres, was very, very cost-effective. Archers also got some pretty good work done. 85 kills in particular on the Pox Arrows. Not bad at all. For the Skaven, 153 kills on Lord Skrolk, very good stuff. 122 for this Warp Lighting Cannon, got some really good work done. Unfortunately, they just weren't able to finish off the Grail Guardians in time. If he had focused on the Grail Guardians from the outset of the battle with the two Warp Lightning Cannons, it may have turned out a little bit differently. Of course, I understand the Yeomen are definitely a danger to the Warp Lightning Cannons themselves, as we saw, and of course the Knights of the Realm also a pretty big threat, but the Grail Guardians are probably the biggest threat, and the Warp Lightning Cannons are really the only thing that can take them out, so I probably would have tried to focus them down a little bit more, but nevertheless, 87 kills on Clan Rats, not bad at all. 137 on the Storm Vermin, pretty good also. 79 on the Assassin, so yeah. Good stuff overall. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you do like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button, so every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.